I needed to be grateful with where I was and what I had when I had it. I had to be, I literally just, I can't explain it further other than being grateful, appreciating every little thing that I did have, not focusing on what I didn't. I did that for so long. For so long, I would focus on what I didn't have. Focus on not having this, not having that, wanting this, wanting that, waiting for this, waiting for that. And then I just started to find any little thing I could to just be grateful. Be grateful for where I was. Be grateful for what I did have. That way I can attract something to be grateful for. I was creating resistance by not even by wanting to have a different place and not even appreciating the place that I already had. So many people didn't even have a place, and I had one, and I wasn't grateful for it, or I was just focusing on the things I didn't like about it that kept me away from being able to just fully just embrace it, realize what I had, even if it doesn't matter how small. It doesn't matter. I had something. At some point, I didn't have a place. At some point, I didn't have a place. At, for like 2 weeks, it's beautiful. It's raining. For like 2 weeks, I literally did not have a place, and I was staying in my car. Yes, by choice, because I could have gone to to stay with my mom, I guess. I could have. My mom. Shout out to our parents, always there for us, even if it's just one or the other, or someone who, it doesn't even have to be a parent, just having someone there for you just is amazing. Even just being grateful for that. Be grateful for the people that you have in your life who love and care about you through the thick and through the thin. But so I did go a time period for 2 weeks without having a place. I was looking for a place. I didn't have a place. And man, did that make me even, that really had it settle in on me that I just really appreciated having somewhere to go to after a long day, or having a place to go to not have to be in the cold or not have to be in the sun, to not have to be out at night, trying to get comfortable, waking up. There's just a lot, even to be able to use the restroom, comfortably, to do your hygiene stuff, to shower, to brush your teeth, to just lay back. Like, I even just appreciated super small stuff of just being able to have a couch to just sit back on. And I mean, I didn't even then, like, I wouldn't have even cared if I didn't have a couch and I just had an empty home. That's still a roof over my head. That's still some warmth. That's still some comfort. That's still something that I could um, just go to when I wasn't trying to be out in the world. And even on top, even beyond any of that, I felt so grateful to even have my car. My car was my little home. My car was my little home. I had me and I had my two cats. How did we do it? Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know. But you know what? Even through that, I was seeing how there were so many people out there who didn't have a car to sleep in. They didn't have a car to as their shelter. That was like my little shelter. That was like my little hideaway. I would be able to drive away if I wanted to, and cruise if I wanted to. I was able to hide myself in some ways at night in my car. I was able to find places to go and park in my car, in the safety, in the comfort of my car. Many people didn't have that. They didn't have a car. They would have to find something outside on the streets. And man, did that make me appreciate everything. That made me appreciate so many things. So many things. There's so much power in gratitude. There's so much power in gratitude and being grateful for everything. And you know what? Like that might have even been after me living in another place where I wasn't exactly that happy or that satisfied. And it was a nice place. And I'm sure in that moment of living in my car, I would have been super grateful to have that previous place that I wasn't so happy with after all. It's interesting how life turns around, and it shows us to be grateful for the smallest things. It shows us to be appreciative. It shows us to be humble, to be, to be softer, to feel softer. It makes me feel more softer. That it's like I don't even know how to explain it in an emotion. I don't know how to explain the emotion in a word. It really gave me a different perspective of life. It really did. It really did. When those 2 weeks really served a big purpose in my life, and the way that I would go around the city, and this was in Phoenix at that time, and from AM to PM, I would observe so much and even notice in other people how they weren't exactly realizing what they had, and being appreciative of what they had, having a home to go back to, and others who didn't have anything. And I mean, even me, I was so fortunate that I could have gone to my mom's. She was in a whole other state, but I could have gone to my mom's. I could have reached out to maybe another family member too. I could have maybe reached out to some friends, but I didn't. I I also knew that it was my journey, and it wasn't for me to put the burden on anybody. And I knew what I wanted. I was out in 2 weeks in my car in Phoenix because I wanted to find my new place, and I didn't want to be in another state. Um, I had just left Texas visiting. I was visiting Texas, and I knew I needed to get back to Phoenix, even if I didn't have a place, and I needed to live in, and that meant me living in my car, because I knew that I, I, I just felt like I needed to be present in Phoenix so that I can be back there with the energy and go look around physically at places so that I can create that for me to have a place again, and not keep also just running from it, running from being alone, or that experience, because of for seeking comfort with, either in Texas, with, to be in a place where I know I didn't really belong, or to be in California with my mom, where I knew that I also, that wasn't a part of my journey at that time. My mom has her own life, she's had her own life. She should have her own life. And I needed to create my own life and do what I needed to do, even if it was tough, so that I can create what I know I needed to create. And it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. And I think it's also a part of one of the reasons why I stand so strong and nothing can bring me down, because it's like, man, I've been through the worst. I've been through the worst of what I needed to for the worst to be for me. Everyone's worst is different. There's no comparing my worst to anyone else's worst. My worst is my worst that I needed or that I chose, because everything comes down to a choice at the end of the day. A choice we made in this lifetime or a choice we made in another lifetime. And there was a lot that I needed to learn there from me choosing to live in my car for those 2 weeks and embark that journey of car living. I think this is like one of the first times I actually even share that. But it's okay. It's a part of my journey. At some point I was ashamed of it, and now I'm not, because it's a part of who I am now. It's a part of why I see things the way I see things, why I appreciate things the way that I appreciate things. And yeah, yeah, it's a big part of me. A lot of the things that are like the worst things that I've been through are a part of me. I'm super grateful for them. Like, truly, I'm at peace with them. Truly. And I love that I love that peace to life when things can transpire and experiences can unfold and we can choose to take away beauty from it. That it would it would probably not be something that like if you asked me maybe 2 years previous to that of me living in my car, would you live in your car? I'd probably say no. Like, why would I live in my car? Like, why would I want to live in my car? But a lot of things sometimes happen that are out of our they are in our control, but they're also out of our control to an extent. And I feel like that was just a part of things that I within my own self created, things a part of me that I was probably also creating resistance with, and I needed to learn to release control. I needed to learn to also um a lot, actually, a lot is tied to that experience, as it always is. Things aren't just one way. Things are a million ways that are not exactly out in the forefront of things and more so in the background. So, took a turn. That took a turn. I don't even remember. Okay, I remember why actually. Being grateful for what we have as we're creating what we know we deserve. So it doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have now. Be grateful for it. Find something to be grateful for. You can. We always can. Literally, the fact that we're alive right now and we're breathing, and people we love are here, they're breathing, even if there's those that we love that are off into another soul experience, soul journey, we experienced them here. That's beautiful. We shared memories with them here. Even if it's just one, that's beautiful. And it really helps to be at peace, to know that everything continues living and existing. Everything does. Maybe not this human body, but it does. That's also why it's so important to be grateful in the present moment, because we don't know what can happen in the future. I don't know how long I'll be here. I don't know. I don't know how long. You don't know how long you're going to be here. I don't know how long anything. We don't know anything. We don't know any of that. We don't. So, what's the point of creating something a week from now, a day from now, a year from now, when we don't even really know what's going to transpire? A lot of times, when we try to control and micromanage everything that happens in our life, we realize life teaches us really quick that you got to lose control and just go with the flow of things. Life has been so beautiful for me because I've literally just learned to go with the flow, trust in what happens, trust in what unfolds, trust that it's all unfolding for me, no matter how it looks at times. I literally live in so much peace doing that. So much peace. And I also live in so much peace knowing that I can create from right here, right now. I'm meant to create from right here, right now. I don't have to wait for anything in the future. I don't. And then when it's meant to actually physically show up, it will. And it always does when it's meant in divine timing, on the clock of the divine that doesn't have any numbers or doesn't have any dates. It doesn't have any of that. It's just divine energy. Whenever the divine energy aligns, that's the timing I'm on. So next time you're wanting to create things in your life, feel them here, feel them now, because they do exist here and now. They couldn't exist any other way. Fake it till you make it. Believe it till you receive it. Oh, I like that. I hadn't heard that one before. Believe it till you receive it. You heard it here for the first time. I like it. I like it. Believe it till you receive it. Copyright right there. Maybe someone's already said it. I don't know. Possibly. Believe it till you receive it. That's where we're going to end it right here. Believe it till you receive it. Create from the present moment because the present is the gift. The present is the gift. Receive your gift now. Much love and much peace.